Hello and welcome to Curious Frogs Adventures. I'm going to walk you through the Eldorado Seaside Suites and Palms all-inclusive adults-only resort. Going to start the tour at the lower right-hand corner of this map, which will be the far southern tip of the resort directly behind the beachfront suites. I just started this channel out, so I'd sure appreciate it if you could like and subscribe and support me in my journey. Off to the right here you see the beachfront junior suites. This is one of the rooms that we had, 2905 to be exact, and we absolutely love the room, love the location. Very nice, extremely clean. Just really liked it. Later on in the video I'm going to be on the, I guess it would be the front side of the room, which will show the patio side that faces the beach. A few steps up here I'm going to pan over to the left and you're going to see a little beach hut. That's one of the personal concierge huts. You'll be assigned that when you check in. You'll do all your reservations in there for dinners, tours, anything of that nature. Got the swim up suites there on the left. That's a upgrade from the room we have. Those were pretty nice rooms also. Everywhere on the grounds you see here, there's just an army of people working, keeping this place clean. It's just really beautiful setting with all the palm trees and, like I say, just immaculately clean.
Hola. Hola.
All the workers are super friendly, always saying hola to you. The resort is incredibly walkable. Any 2 points on the resort, no more than a 10 or 15 minute walk. You have the two sides with the high-rise building, the Eldorado suite side. That's on the far north side of the resort, and the Palm side, which we're walking through right now, on the southern side. They're only about a 10-minute walk between the two. This area on the left here is a little orchid garden you can walk through. I'm doing this walk at about 9:30 in the morning, so it's pretty quiet yet. A lot of people still sleeping. Not a lot of people out and about. Great time in the morning to take a walk and really enjoy the grounds of the resort. Up through there is Arrecifes area. We'll be going through that area in more detail later on in the video here. All along these paths you'll see these coconuts. There's a class, I believe it's only once a week, held near the beach barbecue area. They set up a bunch of tables there, and you can paint a coconut and leave it anywhere you want. Pretty sure that's a free activity. We are walking straight north here into the Palm side lobby area, and once we get up to this corner I'm going to do a pan left, and that is the Culinarium restaurant. That is a breakfast walk-in and also a la carte dinner, which you need reservations for. That's where they have the stone soup, which is not on the menu. You have to ask for that. It's a all different seafoods, and then they light it on fire with some mezcal. It's quite good. So now we are heading west. This is the main entrance road off Highway 307. And this is the main courtyard. The lobby is behind me to the right. We'll also see that a little bit later. Probably about a 15-20 minute walk all the way out to the highway, but we don't have to go near that far. I'm heading toward the Seaside Suites lobby at this time. That's where the suite side people would check in, and 3 of the restaurants are up there that I'll point out later. This is a really nice walk through here, very jungle-like. This resort is about 55 miles south of Cancun Airport. We took a shared shuttle on Amstar through our United Vacations, and it took us about an hour and a half, hour and 3/4 to get there. We came in on a Friday at about 2 p.m. and we were really lucky. We had carry-ons only and used the new e-gates at the airport. Extremely fast. We were from the airport out to our shuttle in no more than 30 minutes, and that was with a bathroom break. The e-gates, you just scan your passport, go through a couple little gates, it does a facial scan on you, and it prints out your little form that you get for the, I think it's like the FMM form. Put that in your passport and away you go. I know the timing from the airport can vary from 1 hour to 3 hours. The traffic can be really messed up through that area. There's construction near the airport. Some of the areas are 1 lane. Our trip was February 3 to 10. And the day we arrived, it was a downpour through the Playa del Carmen area. So it took us a little bit longer than usual. But a lot of people ask how long it takes. And, there is no good answer for that. I'd say the best you're going to do is maybe an hour, and it could take 3 hours. I've heard of people saying it took them 4 hours. If there's an accident on 307, there's not much you're going to do about it, and things back up quickly. So when they suggest 4 or 5 hours ahead of time to take your return shuttle back to the airport, I would take that time. You may sit at the airport for a few hours, but it's better than missing it for me. I did walk a little bit farther west along this entrance road. Right here at the video, I'm taking a right. This is the main driveway up to the suite side main lobby. Normally, if you're walking up here to go to the restaurants, lobby, gift shop, about 5 minutes earlier, there was a split where you could take a path to walk directly to the back side of the lobby. Or if you catch a ride on one of the golf carts, they would have gone this way. But I just wanted to hit it from this side so you could see the front side of the lobby and the entrance. Once we go up to the steps of the lobby here, right at the top of the steps, if you do a hard left, there's a office outside. If you did take an Amstar shuttle or have a Amstar tour, there's a guest straight ahead there through the trees, and that's where their rep is. I believe they're there late morning till early afternoon, and you will have to see them at some point if you took their shuttle here to arrange that return trip. Once I go into the lobby here, the check-in is on the left there. I don't really get a good picture of it. To the right here through the glass, that is a gift shop. Prices are extremely high there for everything. So if you're looking or needing to get suntan lotion or anything of that nature, I would highly suggest you bring it because it's 3 to 4 times the cost. This is Mezcalito's bar, all mezcal-based drinks, but they do have a full bar selection. The flower pot drink is in here, and I would highly suggest you get that. It is really good, pretty similar to a mudslide, kind of a dessert drink, real sweet, chocolate tasting, but very good. As I go out the back side of the lobby here, those stairs that go up, that's just a kind of a reception area. I guess if you have a wedding reception or a private event, you can rent out that space. But most people are going to go down here, where if you took those pathways I talked about, it would bring you right to this back door. And straight ahead there is the Seaside Market, which is the buffet, and they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This first left here is the Clay Tillet Asian restaurant. A few steps further is one of the 2 Mia Casa Italian restaurants, and this one's decorated a lot nicer than the one on the Palm side. So if you're going to go to one or the other, I'd suggest this one. I paused here to try to get a good picture of the menu, but it just didn't turn out, so sorry about that. Clay Tillet here is all your Asian food, and we ate here twice, and this was my personal favorite. Had phenomenal food. Everything we had was so good, and the appetizers are quite small, and so the second time we went, I actually ordered all 4 appetizers along with an entree. So don't be shy, try everything. You won't regret it. So now we're heading back down the path. You can see the marks in the path of where all the golf carts run. This will bring us back out to that main road where we'll head east toward that Palm side lobby again. This area is all lit up at night. Lights in the trees, the pathway is lit up. It is fully gated from the entrance at the highway. So any time of the day or night, we felt totally safe walking around here. Lots of people walking at all hours, and it's pretty quiet right now in the morning, but like I say, very safe feeling. There's a lot of wildlife on the resort. Once the sun comes out a little bit later in the morning, afternoon, you'll see a lot of iguanas will come out of their holes and lay kind of all over the place on the resort. I saw some coatis, many kinds of birds, agoutis, raccoons, and by the Palms Premium high-rise, they have a resident cat. His name is Patches. And if you look in that area, you should be able to find him somewhere around there. There's also a lot of people on the message boards and so on Facebook. A lot of people ask about the weather, and you look at any weather app and it almost always shows rain several days. Just remember that you're in a tropical area. A lot of these rainstorms can be offshore, or it'll say 80% chance of rain. Well, you might have one cloud that goes over and rains on you for a half hour, and then all of a sudden it's blue sky like you see here. So I wouldn't put a whole lot of faith in the weather forecast. A good chunk of your trip should be beautiful weather. We're going to take a hard left here at this corner. Straight ahead there you see the Palmside lobby, and this road will go to the high-rise Suiteside building. One thing to note, in that corner I'm pointing at right now, there is a third resort, which is a clothing optional resort. It's completely gated off. Even on the beach area, there are small fences that go up to the edge of the water from both sides. So that prevents you from going from the Suite side to the Palm side along the beach. You do have to take this road if you're going from side to side. But it's no big deal, it's only a few minute walk. As we approach this building, the Suites, it's a 6-story high-rise structure. All the rooms are on the opposite side of the side you're seeing here. It's the ocean right on the other side of the building there, and everything faces that. And what's unique about this is that every single room all the way to the top floor is a swim out room. There's kind of a lazy river that goes from one end to the other on the opposite side. We'll see it once I get through the building, but very unique. As far as I know, it's the only hotel in the Riviera Maya like this. So we're going to go up through this path and down right at the halfway point of the building, down into the lower level, which is the Driftwood restaurant, and they have breakfast and lunch here. And there's also a taco stand, pastry stand, ice cream stand that you can get at various times of the day. This is just a walk-up restaurant. You will be seated, and we'll get a menu. Just through these doors you can sit either inside or a little bit further on a patio area, which is a lot nicer, overlooking the palm trees and the ocean in the distance. What's unique about this area right here, you see all the glittering on the floor. All these skylights you see, round skylights, that's directly underneath the pool. So you're looking up into the bottom of the pool that's above. Didn't see too many people at any time sitting down here. It's just so much nicer to sit outside in the fresh air. They had really good food here. We didn't have breakfast here at all. We did have lunch a couple times, and they have a steak and shrimp kebab that's fantastic. And all the burgers are really good too, and french fries. So come out the back side of the restaurant, and this side of the resort really isn't any beach. Way off on the left side here, which would be going north, there is a small beach kind of at the end of the resort, but directly in front of me here there's this small wall you see, and it's really rocky here. I think there was some signs that they don't really even want you swimming in here, but it's very rocky. you really need to go on the palm side to do any swimming. Lots of valley beds and beach chairs through here. Little beach shower there. So nice relaxing area. We're going to go up around Driftwood here to some steps that will lead up to the pool. Again, it's pretty early, so not much going on, pretty quiet yet. During the day, this place is really hopping. On Saturdays, they have a foam party that if you're here on Saturday, you need to go over. This thing is up to your head deep in foam. It's just a blast. They have big speakers set up here, music pounding away. This whole beach area, pool area is full of people, activities all day, every day. And then this area, I guess, gets pretty quiet at night, around 6 o'clock. So all the action's over here during the day, and then it switches over to the palm side at night when we go through the Guacamayas area later. That's where all the action is. So we're gonna we are now going south again. And then kind of off in the distance there, you can see the fence through the trees. That's the fence I was talking about that separates the clothing optional resort, which is called Hidden Beach. And a couple hot tubs and a restroom here. All the restrooms are also just immaculately clean. Every time I went in one, just really impressed with that. So yeah, right through the gate there is part of the Hidden Resort. So it's really not that hidden. You can see through this fence pretty easy, but actually never saw anybody in there. So that's where we first went in and under Driftwood, down that way. And heading back toward the Palm Side lobby now. There's a few activities over here on the left. I think there's like a checkers board. And then right on this corner, you see these stands. I saw a couple ladies here a little bit later on in the morning, in the afternoon. They have a bunch of hand-painted items in there, little figurines and pots and stuff like that.
Hola. Hola.
Alright, we're getting up to the main courtyard area again. I'm going to do a left here. And with the green awnings here, that is the Gourmet Pub a la carte restaurant. That has international foods, and I had some really good ribs in there. I believe they have breakfast and lunch, but don't quote me on that. Again, all the dinners, aside from the Seaside Market, are all a la carte, and you do need reservations. Although on the first night we didn't have reservations, and we walked up to one of the restaurants and were able to get in. So you can always give that a try. As we walk in the Palmside lobby here, off to the left there is where we checked in when we got here.
Christopher.
In that right corner is a small gift shop, and there is a tour desk there that you can talk to somebody about off-site tours. This area was a little coffee, tea, snack area with donuts, pastries, cookies. I saw some sandwiches in there one day. So if you're walking through, you can always grab a little snack.
Hello.
Now directly behind the main Palms lobby, this restaurant on the left is the Palms Mia Casa Italian restaurant with indoor air conditioning and seating, and then this area kind of under a roof but still outside seating. That's where we had our first dinner in there. This is the main entrance, and again, this is all Italian food, and this is definitely dinner only. And right around the corner, just a few steps further, is the La Carreta Mexican restaurant, and that was really good. That was probably my second favorite meal on the resort. Be careful of the bacon wrapped chili. I thought it was a jalapeno, and it was something about 100 times hotter, so be really careful with that. It was good, but fried my mouth. Small pool over here with its own bar here. I believe this was Catoro's bar. And additional seating over here. The majority of all the valley beds, the seating areas like that, the chairs out on the beach, they're all first come, first served. A few of them you can reserve for a price which guarantees you have one. That comes with a few extra benefits, like some snacks and champagne or wine. I believe the valley beds, that started out at about $125 a day. But the vast majority of them are first come, first served. And I know it's not a real popular thing to say, but honestly, if you want to get a chair or a bed, you do have to go out there and put some of your stuff on them in the morning. By probably 9 or 10 o'clock, if you head out hoping for a valley bed, you probably won't find one available. Most of the beach chairs, lounge chairs, were pretty easy to find at most times of the day. So just off and to the left there is the ocean. Again, this is a small wall all around here until you get to the pier that we're coming up to. There's really no swimming through this area until you get a ways past that pier. Some of these are the swim up suites, more of the premium rooms, higher price, off here on the right. Right in the corner there is a gift shop that had more of the beach type toys and stuff like that. We're going to turn left here, which is Arrecife's Pool Bar and Restaurant. We spent a couple afternoons here. Pretty quiet in the morning here, but there was a little more action early afternoon. Different activities, pool volleyball, trivia contest. They had a DJ set up. We did a movie trivia one afternoon. This is a pretty nice area to spend the day. And the Arrecife's restaurant that you see, that is open for breakfast and lunch. That has 2 outdoor seating areas and an indoor seating area.
All right.
And that is a buffet type breakfast and lunch. You can get seated outside, and then you go inside, and there's a whole area with all the food. I think we had breakfast here probably 3 times, and probably lunch about 3 times. Most of the breakfast on the resort are all pretty much the same menu. So not a lot of variety from place to place, but it was all good food, just similar in nature depending on where you went. That big pier here, just to walk out, some good views. I guess this is a pretty new pier that was just opened up a couple months ago. They replaced the older one. I think they have yoga out here most mornings earlier. As this was the beginning of February, there was very little seaweed yet. The sargassum this time of year, even with the little bit that they did have that was collected in the corners here. You can see more. The first 4 days we were here, the winds were pretty calm and there was hardly any. The last 2 or 3 days it got windy and then it would blow in. But they have a whole crew that start really early in the morning raking this up and hauling it away to the south side of the resort. So it really wasn't an issue, but I guess during the summer it can get pretty bad. Going up the steps here is one of the outside seating areas for RSFEs. And then we'll walk down this little hall to the second seating area. And this is where we sat most mornings. And you'll see the hostess stand, so you want to come up there first. They'll seat you. And then you can go inside there through those doors, get your food. Here is a pastry and ice cream stand that's open from morning till late afternoon. All that's included. This is the Guacamayas bar I talked about, with a stage here that would set up their DJ, and this is where all the action was over here on the Palm side most evenings, every evening really. And they would have a DJ and activities from about 9 or 10 at night until about 1 in the morning. So it did get pretty noisy through here. Those teepee huts that I just walked by right there, that's where you can have a candlelight dinner. That is an additional charge. That area right in front of me with the lounge chairs is actually the stage. This whole open area here had the circus, silent disco, couple dances, the Mexican fiesta, the fire show, all that went on there for the evening entertainment. It really transformed that whole area. A few steps further here, this is the beach barbecue that has breakfast and lunch. And again, they will seat you at a table, and then it's self-serve here, and buffet style, as you'll see right around this corner. Really good food here on the left. They have grills set up that kind of varied each day. There's always salads, pastas, potatoes, french fries, different things through the buffet area. And on the grills I saw burgers, hot dogs, brats, fried fish. One day they had barbecue ribs, just all really good food. Sometimes they'll have a little pop-up with tostadas or nacho chips and all the fixings. Here on the right, that was our room straight ahead there. Again, that's 2905, fantastic location. And then we went up this path the days we spent on the beach. This little hut here on the right is where you would get your beach towels. So no need to bring any from your room. Some of these on the left were reserved for the premium members or the people that chose to pay to guarantee a bed for the day. But everything else you see here is just kind of first come, first served. So you'll see a lot of towels that people are reserving them already, but this is probably about 10 in the morning at this point, and a lot of them are still open. This whole area, again, past the pier up ahead, is where the nice beach and the sandy area is to wade out in the water. I did a lot of snorkeling out here. Even if you go, you'll have a breakwater maybe 150, 200 feet out, so it stays pretty calm in here. You probably want some water shoes, or be careful where you step. Even though a lot of it's sandy, there's also a lot of sharp rocks on the bottom. And way off in the distance out there, which I didn't get a good picture of here, are some buoys. That's about twice as far as the breakwater. There's some really good snorkeling out there, and it's not much deeper, maybe 6 or 8 feet deep out there. So if you want to get some good snorkeling, you do have to go a long way out. But it's still pretty calm, and you can still stand up and touch bottom, so not too dangerous. And right up here, about 40 feet in front of me, is where I started this whole tour. So as you can see, we're only about 36 minutes into it, and I walked the entire resort from end to end, front to back, and everything's pretty close. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, I'm just starting this out, and would really like a like and subscribe, and hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.